A tree in Monterey County snapped because of the strong winds, toppling over and taking a power line down with it. Some outages reported afterwards, and you could see some of the poles snapping as well. Those winds were really whipping out there. The rain going sideways earlier tonight. I walked out to CVS and it made no sense to have the umbrella.
Yeah, no, at some point in time when it's windy, the umbrella becomes almost a liability,
right,
because it starts to carry you off someplace. But certainly dealing with that wind tonight, and it's going to continue on and off, though probably not as strong as we saw during the day on Wednesday. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf. It looks stormy out there tonight, certainly. We have some moisture on the lens. The boats are rocking there in the harbor still. You can see the water. There's still rain falling across the peninsula at this hour, and it will continue on and off through the overnight hours as well. Let's take a look at some of those maximum wind gusts. Earlier, we were pretty spellbound by this 69-mile-per-hour wind gust at just above the Bixby Bridge in the Big Sur Coast, or on the Big Sur Coast rather, but at 8 o'clock in Pebble Beach, a 69-mile-per-hour wind gust was reached. So that's not too far away from the lodge. I'd imagine some of those trees in that area, yeah, probably taking a toll. I know we've seen a lot of trees down today, but 69 miles per hour, that's enough to topple trees, certainly, in Pebble Beach, and that area is still in a power outage. Salinas, we had a gust earlier today to 56 miles per hour. Santa Cruz on the west side of town, this is near the Seymour Discovery Center, around 52 miles per hour. And then some other areas weren't as bad. I mean, in Monterey, because you have the mountains to the south that blocked those southerly winds, kept you at 37 miles per hour. In Watsonville, just wasn't really in a funnel zone for the winds to kick up that high, and you only had 35-mile-per-hour gusts. But there were plenty of high gusts in the Santa Cruz Mountains as well. In some cases, 40, 50 miles per hour over some of the ridge tops, and obviously we've seen a lot of trees down there as well. At the moment, looking at current wind speeds, we're in the 20-mile-per-hour range. It's still pretty gusty here in Salinas as the winds funnel down the Salinas Valley. Some areas have really seen some calming, though. Winds will remain gusty on and off through the overnight. There is still a wind warning in place until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for our entire viewing area. Potential for additional trees down, additional property damage and power outages. Again, we have quite a few power outages already. Additional ones will be possible through the overnight hours. Those winds out of the water as well, over the water rather, as gale warnings remain in effect through 9 a.m. tomorrow. We also mentioned flood alerts in place. The entire viewing area under a flood warning right now, meaning that flooding is imminent in most locations, especially street flooding. Now, even with these showers out there tonight, we are going to see some street flooding. I don't expect any major flooding tonight. I think we're so far, unless something happens on a smaller scale, we've dodged the bullet when it comes to flooding. We are keeping an eye on things. So at the very least, just keep an eye out. Don't be driving around out there tonight, and certainly don't drive through any flooded roadways. I know we do have a few out there tonight, but at the moment, unless something changes, I'm not expecting any major creek or river flooding tonight. We just our river levels are going up a little bit, but they're just not getting too bad at the moment. So that is some good news. Take a look at this picture. This is the scope of our storm system. We can see clouds associated with it almost all the way up to the Alaska Panhandle and down into Southern California. This is all one storm system. The area of low pressure right here, it has kind of been stretched out a little bit, and there are various smaller vortices within it as it reaches the coast. It was at its strongest this morning, and it did push a cold front here across the west coast. Now, there have been plenty of damage reports up and down the states as this rain continues to pound much of central and northern California. You can see it now, and along with the snow in the Sierra Nevada. And it will move into Southern California tomorrow, and the cold core of this low, which has a lot of instability, you can see spawning some thunderstorms just offshore here on the central coast. So we have a thunderstorm threat for us overnight tonight into tomorrow. So at the moment, no lightning within our viewing area. There is some offshore, and we'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight into tomorrow. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. We're going to continue to see heavier showers pop up, especially in those coastal mountains over the next 2 to 3 hours. Then we'll get a bit of a break, it looks like, maybe after 2 a.m. or so, with just a couple of lingering showers. But ultimately, as long as this moist southwesterly flow continues, and it will throughout the overnight and into the early portion of the day tomorrow, we're going to continue to at least see on and off coastal rains, coastal mountain rains. Now, tomorrow we might get a little more energy coming through, which could get some showers and thunderstorms rolling. Again, lightning will be possible, but I'm a little more concerned with heavy showers because the ground is so saturated. So instead of a large-scale flooding risk, this is a more isolated flooding risk, meaning that if you have a heavy shower pass over your neighborhood, you could definitely see some street flooding tomorrow. Or if it's like a field area, some farm roads, I mean, that could easily put something like that underwater. So there will be a flooding threat still tomorrow with these heavier showers, and it looks like tomorrow evening things finally calm down, at least for now. One other thing to mention, though, as far as alerts in place, a high surf warning goes into effect tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for the immediate coast of Monterey County. We have some huge swells coming in out of the northwest. These swells could create breakers of 20 to 27 feet. These are huge breakers. Those could fill up the beach, splash up on the dunes, knock you off rocks, piers, jetties, things like that. So it's just best to avoid the water right now. There'll be a little bit lesser impact on the north side of the bay where an advisory remains in place, but big swells all day tomorrow. Just stay away from the water. This is a dangerous situation. You definitely don't want to be swimming or surfing. And we also saw a lot of the debris that came out of a lot of the creeks in Santa Cruz County still washing up along the shore there. And you don't want to be in the water with big logs either. That can be pretty scary. All right, I'm not going to get to your individual temperature forecast tomorrow. It'll be a little bit cooler. Most locations will see highs in the 50s. But as we look at our 7-day forecast tomorrow, rounds of storms, it'll still be windy, but just not as strong as today. And then Friday, we'll see the sun poke out. We do have a chance of a few showers in the morning. I think we'll see some drier conditions in the afternoon. In fact, probably into early Saturday. Then the next storm system comes in Saturday into Sunday. Right now, that's looking to bring moderate to maybe briefly heavy rain and gusty winds, but not as strong as today. And then another system Monday into Tuesday looks like it could be very wet. So our problems don't end with this system right here. In fact, the next week or two still looking very wet out there. Our inland forecast very similar. Plenty more rain to come. We are watching everything so closely for you, so you know what to expect. We're back after this.